Have you ever felt like there's just not enough time in a day? Let me tell you a story that might just change how you look at your life. One day, a philosophy professor stood before his class with some items on the table. When the class began, without a word, he picked up a large empty glass jar and started filling it with golf balls. When he finished, he asked the students, "Is the jar full?" The students replied, "Yes, it is." Then the professor picked up a box of pebbles and poured them into the jar. He shook the jar gently. The pebbles rolled into the open spaces between the golf balls. He asked again, "Is the jar full now?" The students laughed and said, "Yes, it is." Next, the professor poured a box of sand into the jar. Of course, the sand filled up everything else. He asked once more, "Now is the jar full?" The students responded, "Yes." Then the professor picked up 2 cups of coffee and poured them into the jar. The coffee soaked into the sand. The students laughed again. The lesson. The professor smiled and said, "This jar represents your life. The golf balls are the important things, your family, health, friends, dreams, and passions. The pebbles are the other things that matter, your job, house, car, and studies. The sand is everything else, the small stuff, distractions, social media, stress, etc. If you put the sand in first, there's no room for the golf balls or pebbles. The same goes for life. If you spend all your time and energy on the small things, you will never have room for the things that truly matter. A student asked, "Sir, what about the coffee?" The professor smiled and said, "I'm glad you asked. It just shows that no matter how full your life may seem, there's always room for a cup of coffee with a friend." Conclusion. So, dear viewer, what's filling your jar today? Are you giving time to what truly matters? Or are you letting sand steal the space meant for your dreams? Remember, life is short. Make room for what matters most. And don't forget the coffee. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Boost for more powerful stories and easy English learning.